two girl groups from the Philippines, both completely different styles, both completely different music, but both in the P-pop genre. On one side, you've got BINI, the polished 8-member powerhouse. On the other side, you've got G22, the rising trio full of energy and attitude. Today, we're comparing them both head to head. Music, achievements, branding. Who's been more successful? Who is the bigger girl group? And who has the potential to do what Blackpink did for K-pop for the Philippines? Who's going to be the Filipino Blackpink? Now, before I get into it, these are two groups that I've done videos on before. I've done the BINI video, I've done the G22 deep dive. If you are not new here, if you've been here before and you've heard me speak about them, I love both of these. I am a fan of both of these, and the only reason I'm making this video today is because when I spoke about them before, I've noticed in the comments that the fans are kind of at war with each other. G22 fans are quick to defend G22 and bring down BINI. Oh, they're too sparkly, they're too bright and happy all the time. Meanwhile, BINI fans act completely the same. They're bringing down G22 fans, saying they're too attitudey, they're too grimy. And here I am in the middle thinking to myself, can we not just all live in harmony? Can we not enjoy the music for both of them? Because I do. I think G22 have got amazing songs. I think BINI's got amazing songs. And I think both of them represent different parts of P-pop, and both of them are very important for P-pop. Let me tell you, you can't have one without the other. If BINI are the ambassadors of P-pop, everyone's going to think P-pop girl groups are all the same. If G22 are at the top, people are going to think the same of G22. We need diversity in Filipino pop music, so we need both of them to succeed. But everyone wants to compare them, so that's what we're going to do today. Let's start with BINI. They were formed via ABS-CBN's Star Hunt Academy. That was around 2019. The concept: rigorous training, strong visuals, and a girl group that can embody the modern Philippines. They have 8 members. Their pre-debut single, The Coconut, dropped in late 2020, and the official debut of the girl group came out in 2021 with Born to Win. Musically, they've ranged from bubblegum pop to EDM to funk to pop rock to teen pop. Variety is part of their appeal. Their fandom is named Blooms, and their branding leans towards bright visuals, polished choreography, and aspiring imagery. Also, very recently, this was announced right after I posted my first BINI video, is that BINI are going to be at Coachella. So if you're a BINI fan, fantastic news, they're going to be on the main stage, as in like global staging terms. A global festival, Coachella, and BINI's going to be there. It's a great time to be a Bloom. This signifies such like a impressive rise to success for the group. It's amazing, honestly. Coachella. Round of applause, BINI. Well done for securing that. Now let's talk about G22. They're newer, leaner, and they're making noise. G22 is a Filipino girl group formed in 2022 by Cornerstone Entertainment, also connected with Republic Records Philippines and UMG Philippines. They're a trio. Branding and tone-wise, they're tagged as P-pop's female alphas. We're talking confidence, attitude, and strong personality. Their visuals leans more into fashion influences. They've done ambassadorships. They've worked with fashion and even K-fashion brands to elevate their image. They've positioned themselves as fierce newcomers with potential. Their fan bases are called the Bullets, and they're just a lot more like darker tones, moody, and like rap focused and a bit grimy. And it's all very cool indeed. It's basically the opposite of BINI. Now when you compare them side by side, BINI's got more songs, more albums, more EPs. Since 2021, they've had 2 studio albums, multiple singles, and promotional songs. G22 has mostly non-album singles, but they're frequent enough to keep their name active. So their catalogue of music is way smaller than BINI, but they are newer, and some would argue more frequent with releases. Number 2, let's talk about branding and visuals. BINI's identity is polished, high production value, strong branding, aesthetic consistency. G22 It's got that attitude, it's a little bit more edgy, it's a little bit more of a fashion influence. This takes it away from just music, takes it more into the mainstream in terms of influence and cultural influence and everything else in the world that's not just music. Number 3, let's talk about Fanbase and Reach. BINI has a larger reach, there's no denying that. The streaming numbers are bigger, the chart performances are more frequent. There's more international recognition and there's just more views for BINI than there is G22. G22 is still building though, they've got engaged fans, they've got media attention. They haven't matched BINI yet in terms of chart domination, but they're definitely getting there. But BINI definitely takes the win on that. Moving on to number 4, momentum and recent activity. G22 has had some good singles recently, but like we spoke about BINI, Coachella. I'm sorry, but BINI wins that one. They're gonna be at Coachella. There's no denying that power. So that takes us to number 5, potential. With BINI doing Coachella, it puts them on a global stage. It pushes them far. It pushes them out of just being a Filipino girl group and into this territory of global recognition, much like Blackpink has already done, much like bands like SB19 have, which are another Filipino but boy band, much like people like BTS did for K-pop in the early days. You know, they're putting them on a global stage. If they succeed at Coachella, they pull in a global audience. But that doesn't mean we've got to write G22 off. They're newer, and as BINI opens the door to P-pop, it gives people like G22 room to grow. So on paper, who is winning the fight? G22 versus BINI. Who's winning? It's got to be BINI. It can only be BINI. They've been around longer, they've got a larger fan base, they've got more songs, they've got bigger viewing figures, they've got more financial backing, and based on the Coachella lineup, they've got a brighter future. But that doesn't mean we write G22 up. Like I said in the beginning of this video, G22 is a different vibe altogether. So if anything, what I want you to take from this is it shouldn't be BINI versus G22. It should be BINI and G22. Focus on and. They are very different girl groups, and people that like G22 are not going to necessarily like the same music as what BINI's putting out just because they're both Filipino. I happen to be the exception because I like the music from the both of them, but a lot of people won't. And there we go. BINI would win, but it's not really a fight.